People don't talk about it at the dinner table, it's not discussed with friends at a bar, and certainly not on dates. It is an absolute taboo. But the paradox is that for millions of people, teenagers, adult men, and increasingly women, it has become a daily routine, something we do alone, behind locked doors. But while we stay silent, this habit turns us into obedient zombies. It silently destroys our perception of pleasure, kills self-love, and breaks real sexuality. We are talking about pornography addiction. Hi, today we're discussing an adult and very serious topic. Most guys who watch adult content won't even admit to themselves that they're addicted. They consider it a healthy male desire or just a way to relax. But ask yourself an honest question. If it's just entertainment, why do you often feel empty afterwards rather than strong? Why do you need weirder and more extreme content every year just to feel something? This is not a moral issue, it's a matter of biology. And today we'll look at exactly how you are hacking your own brain. Let's start with the basics. Why does it even work? The fact is, we live in a world of iPhones and neural networks, but our brains haven't been updated in 50,000 years. There is still an ancient primate inside our skull, whose main goal is to survive and pass on its genes. In the wild, to find a partner, a man had to accomplish a feat, survive, hunt, defeat competitors, prove his status. It was hard work with huge risks. The reward for this work was dopamine and procreation. But what happens today? You just take your phone out of your pocket. You go to a website and get access to more partners than all your ancestors combined saw in 1,000 years. It's a jackpot for your ancient brain. It doesn't realize these are just pixels. It doesn't see the difference between a real woman and a 4K image. Your limbic system screams, "You are the most successful male in history. There are hundreds of females. Multiply." And it floods you with a cocktail of neurotransmitters. You get the reward without the effort. The evolutionary program has been hacked. And here we fall into the main trap. It's called dopamine. Many people think dopamine is the pleasure hormone. That's a mistake. Dopamine is the hormone of seeking, the molecule of motivation and anticipation. Remember the experiment with the rat that had an electrode implanted in its pleasure center? They gave it a button. The rat pressed that button 7,000 times an hour. It refused food, water, and sleep. It pressed the lever until it died of exhaustion. Pornography is your button, and you are the rat in the internet's cage. When you endlessly scroll through previews, open 10 tabs, and search for the perfect video, your dopamine is firing. The search process excites the brain more than the ending. But why is it never enough? Why do regular videos stop hitting the spot over time? This is the so-called Coolidge effect. It's a biological mechanism that pushes males to seek genetic diversity. In nature, if a male has access to a new female, his dopamine spikes again, even if he is tired. The internet exploits this mechanism 100%. The industry gives you endless novelty, an endless conveyor belt of bodies. Because of this, you develop tolerance. Just like a drug addict needs a larger dose, a porn addict needs more extreme genres. What was shocking a year ago seems boring today. You start watching things that you might even find repulsive in real life. This is how unhealthy fetishes are formed that have nothing to do with your real sexuality. Where does this lead? Your reward system breaks down. Imagine a set of scales. On one side is the vibrant, hyper-stimulating world of porn. Perfect bodies, lighting, angles, and no rejection. On the other side is real life. Studies, work, problems, ordinary girls who can say no. The real world just can't compete with this dopamine overdose. Life turns gray. You lose the drive to do anything. Why bother meeting people, building a career, or building your body if your brain has already received its main biological reward? You're just draining your energy into the void. And the worst consequence for men is porn-induced erectile dysfunction. This is the epidemic of the 21st century. Guys in their 20s, physically healthy, can't perform with a real girl. Why? Because their brains are wired for the hand and the screen. A real person, imperfect, alive, requiring connection is simply not a strong enough trigger. The brain asks, Where are my 40 tabs and 4K resolution? Sounds scary, right? But there is good news. Our brain is plastic. It knows how to recover. Neural pathways can be rebuilt, but this requires a reboot. If you feel like you've fallen into this trap, here's your action plan. First, remove the triggers. Willpower is a finite resource. Don't rely on it alone. Install content blockers. Unsubscribe from social media accounts that provoke you. Stop taking your phone into the bathroom. That's a high-risk zone. Create an environment where it's difficult to fail. Second, the principle of substitution. Addiction creates a vacuum. If you just remove porn but leave the boredom and loneliness, you will break. You need to teach your brain to get dopamine from healthy sources. When your hand reaches for the phone, drop down and do 20 push-ups. Take an ice shower. Go for a run. Read difficult books. Make your brain work for its dopamine. Don't get it for free. Third, be prepared for withdrawal. The first weeks will be the hardest. Your brain will beg for its button. You may feel irritated, have mood swings, or insomnia. It is okay. It means the healing process is underway. Don't beat yourself up if you slip up. Addiction isn't cured in a day. Did you fall? Get up and restart the counter. The main thing is not to give up. Friends, pornography is not a harmless hobby. It is a predator that feeds on your time, your motivation, and your masculinity. If you don't win this battle against your own instincts, you risk living your life as a spectator rather than the main character. Challenge yourself. At least 7 days without content. Just watch how your energy, your worldview, and your confidence change. You will be surprised at the power hidden in your body when you stop wasting it. Take care of your brain. You only have one. 3:47 a.m. Again. Mind replaying every mistake from the last 7 years. Scrolling shorts for hours. I'm done. Skill issue, but this ends tonight. Today, Caveman shows you 5 unbreakable rules. Follow them and you'll fall asleep in 10 minutes and wake up like a beast, not a zombie. Lock in. Rule 1. Strict schedule. Same bedtime, same wake-up time. Even weekends. First thing, face the sun. Your internal clock needs morning light to know day is here. Miss it and your rhythms stay broken. Do this 5-7 days straight. Magic starts. Rule 2. Get cold. Core temperature must drop 1 degree Celsius to fall asleep. Open the window, light blanket, arms and legs out. Hot shower 1 hour before bed. Body cools fast after. Hot room equals no sleep, period. Rule 3. Kill scrolling before bed. Blue light plus dopamine spikes kill melatonin. Gradual detox. Shorts, long videos, movies, podcasts, audiobooks only. Set app lock after 11 p.m. Friend sets the password. Saves lives. Rule 4. Total darkness. 1 hour before sleep. No bright lights, no screens. Ideal routine. Dim red light or single candle. Herbal tea. Tidy space. Journal. Hot shower. Audiobook. Lights out. Asleep in 5-15 minutes. Rule 5. Caffeine cutoff at 2 p.m. max. It stays in your system 5-8 hours or longer. Even if you fall asleep fine after coffee, sleep quality is trash. Cut it after lunch. Huge boost. 5 rules. Strict schedule plus morning sun. Stay cold. No scrolling. Darkness and wind down. No caffeine after lunch. Stick to it dry weeks. You'll wake up like you cheated life. Try it. Caveman doesn't lie. If you want to track habits, get the app. Lock in, brother. See you on the other side of perfect sleep. Wake up. Open your eyes. When you look down in the morning, what do you see? Do you see a weapon of war ready for battle? Or do you see a sad, soft, overripe banana? Be honest. If it's the second one, you are in serious trouble. Your body is screaming SOS. You wake up exhausted. You have brain fog. You feel 80 years old at 25. Your biological engine is broken. And here come the vultures. It's a lie. Listen to me. You cannot buy power. You have to build it. Stop looking for shortcuts. Today, I will give you 3 biological keys. 3 switches to hack your system and restore your testosterone to God mode levels. No magic. Just cold, hard science. Key number 1, the foundation. You think muscles grow in the gym? Wrong. In the gym, you tear them apart. You only grow when you are unconscious. Your testicles are a factory. But this factory has strict operating hours. It only opens during deep sleep and REM cycles. Medical fact, the biggest pulse of testosterone happens between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. If you sleep 5 or 6 hours, you are cutting off that peak. You are voluntarily castrating yourself by 15% every single night. You are driving a Ferrari with an empty tank. But it's not just about time, it's about light. Look at yourself last night, lying in bed, scrolling. That blue light hitting your retina tells your ancient brain, it is noon, the sun is up. Danger. Your brain blocks melatonin, and without melatonin, the factory stays closed. You wake up full of cortisol, ready to fail. Fix it. Block the windows. Tape over the LEDs. Throw the phone out of the bedroom. Make your room as dark as a tomb. Darkness is the most powerful anabolic steroid in the world. Key number 2, the enemy within. Look at your gut. You think that belly is just stored energy? You think it makes you look big? No. That belly is a chemical weapon deployed against you. Let me explain the biochemistry. Inside your fat cells lives a nasty little enzyme called aromatase. Think of it as a saboteur, a goblin. This enzyme catches your precious testosterone molecules and converts them into estradiol. That's right, into the primary female hormone. Do you understand? The fatter you are, the more aromatase you have. Your body is literally turning you into a woman. You get emotional, you get soft, your drive disappears. It's a vicious trap. Fat creates estrogen. Estrogen suppresses testosterone. Low testosterone makes you fatter. Stop feeding the goblin. Cut the sugar, it spikes insulin, and insulin kills growth hormone. Your goal is 15% body fat. Burn the fat, and you burn the enemy. Your testosterone will finally stop leaking away. Key number 3, the signal. I see guys in the gym looking at their phones, waving pink dumbbells around. Your body loves homeostasis. It loves being lazy. It will not build expensive muscle tissue unless it fears for its life. You need to send a neural signal of survival. When you rip a heavy barbell off the floor, when your spine is loaded, your central nervous system screams to the brain, "We are being crushed. We need armor." Your hypothalamus commands the pituitary gland. Send the signal. Make more juice. Now. Forget the isolation machines. Only the kings eat first. Squats, deadlifts, presses, heavy weights, low reps, high intensity. You are not a sculptor trying to make things pretty. You are a hydraulic jack. Force the body to adapt or stay small. But listen to me. You can sleep perfect, eat clean, and lift heavy, and still be weak. Why? Because of the final boss. His name is cortisol, the stress hormone. It is a biological law, the seesaw effect. When cortisol is high, testosterone is low. They cannot coexist. Your ancestors used cortisol to run from tigers. You use it to stress over traffic and emails. Your body thinks you are in constant danger, so it shuts down your reproductive system to save energy. You must learn to disconnect. A warrior is calm not because he is safe, but because he is in control. Look at the fire, not the screen. Breathe, lower the stress, and the power will return. Sleep deep, eat clean, lift heavy, stay stoic. This is the code. Follow it, and one day you will look in the mirror and see a legend staring back. Now, prove you are with us. Smash that subscribe button like it owes you money. Execute.